are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
Woo! Hey, Soonies all natural.
Natural.
I forgot. It's Stunna Shade Thursday.
Yo, that was a song back in the day. Jagged Edge came out with this song called Stunner Shades.
Oh, I was like, Stunner Shade Thursday?
No.
Dang.
No.
Well, I hope people got the memo that we're doing our show a little bit early this week.
Even if they didn't, whatever, they can go back and watch it, you know?
They better not be watching the Tatum show or Liddell. I love Liddell, but they should be watching us instead. That's what I say.
Damn.
That's what I say, okay? They can go back and watch the replay of Liddell. This is important to catch live. I'm just saying.
She said. That's what she said.
I'm just saying. Anyways, what's going on, Sue?
What's up? Judy's here.
Wait, Judy's here. Oh! Judy's here. You got the Judy.
Judy, big booty Judy. What? Big Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty, big Judy, big booty Judy. Stop, I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy.
Big booty Judy.
I wish there was like a smooth intro out from the Big Booty Judy. You know what I mean? But thanks, Judy, for coming in so early in the show. You didn't like being late last time. You on time now. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. What's up, Birdman? What's up, April? What's up, Dandy? What's that? Dandy Lion. She said, Judy in the house. Judy in the house. Anyways, while people are filing in, y'all know the drill. Please make sure you are subscribed to the Somewhere in the Middle channel, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Rumble, wherever you're watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in on this video. Make sure you tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because we want to know the state, obviously, because we always love seeing where you guys are watching from. But also, I want to know the platform. I'm always interested where people are watching this from. What's up, Aaron? Facts. Judy said facts. Damn, we turned to Judy Hood. She said facts.
Judy said facts?
Judy said facts. That's Judy, right? What? Yeah, that's Judy. Judy said facts.
Well, Judy, you better not do that, because when I did it, they told me to stop ghetto speaking.
Next time she's going to be like, oh, Judy's from South Dakota.
Do that, Judy.
We got somebody from Ron DeSantis land, Jessica Birch, AAA. Let us know what you think about Ron DeSantis, Jessica. Do you love him as a governor? Would you love him as a president? We want to know. Okay, so while we're warming you guys up for the topics, and Soonie's going to tell you what the topics are in just a second, but I'm going to tell you the first conversation we're going to have. Because in classic Mo and Soonie fashion, we're talking last night, and I don't even know how we got on this topic. If you remember, let me know.
I don't remember.
But I said to Soonie, I was like, I don't like when people say my full name, which is Monique, right? You see here that it says Mo on the thing. Soonie calls me Mo. Everybody, like my friends call me Mo. Y'all in the chat call me Mo. And I'm used to that, okay? Like, Mo didn't come from this platform. I have been Mo since I can remember. And my good friend P, who has been on the show interviewing with me, he's actually the one that dubbed me Mo. He gave me the Mo name, right? So he's always called me Mo. Every once in a while, he'll call me Monique, and I'm like, bro, like, what? What are you doing? who what's going on? Like, am I in trouble? Right. So Suni thought that was like the funniest thing because she was like, that is so weird. Does anybody else feel me on this topic? Like when you're used to being called a certain way, like okay, to me, okay, sound off in the chat if you think Suni looks like a Suni. Because Suni is not her government name. I'm not going to give you her government name because I don't think she's out there like that with all that information. But that's not her God-given name. That's not her government name. Not her God-given name, but the name her parents gave her. To me, she looks like a Suni. I would never call her by her actual name. You know what I mean? She thinks that's so funny. And I was like, dude, I literally feel like when somebody says Monique, like just me saying it, like I literally like I'm just like tight in the throat. Like I feel like tension in my neck. Does anybody else feel this? Like,
No. No.
I need to know.
No.
I'm the only one. See, Judy said, of course you're a Suni. What's the deal? Liddell said, what's the deal with Susu's hair? Of course. Somebody had to come in and shade you.
I mean, my hair looks good. I'm not even gonna lie. It's nice and healthy. I decided to wear it out. He's used to being with Hispanic women. You're not used to black women hair. This is how we wear our hair.
The shade. Wow, the shade. You just shaded. By the way, do you guys like my new hair color? Do you like the new root color? It's actually not real. It's
See, he
fake.
said I lost. This is not natural hair.
This is spray root in a bottle. That's your natural hair. This is my natural hair.
I will have you know, my husband thought my hair looked amazing. So I don't even care what Liddell's saying because I won the battle. My man likes it.
I like your hair. You're Soonie with the good hair, for sure.
Exactly.
With the good hair. Okay, Birdman says, I went by Tony growing up, but when I joined the Air Force, I had to go by Anthony. So now it's weird when someone says Tony.
See?
What? No, dude.
She's acting like she's Denzel Washington from the Men's Running candidate, and I'm going to say Monique.
Oh.
Monique. And she's going to freeze.
Don't say it.
It's true.
Dude, if you want to trigger me, say my full fucking name and see what happens.
I did it last night, and she's like,
"What happened?" Yeah, I think it was you that said that. See, Liddell says, I go by that boy Dell. I've never called you that. I've never called you that. Like, I'm always like, Liddell. And said his uncle said, right?
Yeah.
So nobody else. Okay. If you have a nickname in the chat that is not like, I'm not talking about your Instagram or your YouTube name. Like, what is your nickname? Tell me what your nickname is in the chat. Do you have multiple nicknames? Soonie, tell people what some of your nicknames are.
My nicknames are pretty ratchet, if you ask me.
Ghetto.
Yeah. My family calls me Mook. My aunt gave me that name. I've been going by that name since I can remember. It's just there. Mook. One of my aunts calls me like Mima or some weird stuff. My uncles, they still call me Bones because I was very skinny when I was little. But they don't call me those things anymore. But those are the only nicknames I have. Mook, Bones, Pookie. My little sister's nickname is Pootie.
Dude, Pookie and Pootie are so black. Those are some black people nicknames. Pookie and
she
Pootie.
Doesn't like going by her name. Or actually, no. She gets annoyed when you call her Pootie. But that's what we've always called her. It's like rarely speaking of, like, we never say her name. It's rare.
So in the Hispanic community, I think pretty much if you're Hispanic, if you're a woman, shout out in the chat. But every Hispanic girl, no matter what you physically look like, you grow up being called gorda. And gorda is fat in a direct translation. So like most Hispanic moms, I don't know, gorda, gordita, gordito. Like that's just the names that, like, I don't know why. Like it's such a fat, like they fat shame me from the start. Okay, Jen said, I have the most generic name. I would love a unique name. Okay, everybody in the chat, give Jen Farah a new name.
Wait, you did not call your daughter Moo?
No, you
don't. Don't do that to your baby.
Dude, you better have given her therapy
Very rarely
immediately.
I call her name. Barbara, why you calling that child Moo?
So she picks up the phone. She's like, "What's up, Moo?"
Moo.
Moo.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call mom and be like, Moo.
You call me up and say moo. We're gonna have a problem. Liddell was called Jaws when he was a baby.
Yeah.
I
I don't know
wonder
why.
why. That's
Did
funny.
you have big jaws? Is that what it was?
Maybe he talks a lot.
My daddy would call me Putt Putt.
Oh, Jenny T, that's cool. JT, JT,
Can
JF.
most speak fluent Espanol?
Sí, hablo español perfectamente. Who asked that?
Liddell.
Oh, hablo español. Okay. Go to that.
Yo, Barbara is shading the hell out of her daughter right now. She's like, because here's a story. My hub said she looked like a baby calf when she was born.
That's
So
terrible.
They called her Moo. Poor
Oh
child.
my God. Look at this one. My family called me Headache.
That was somebody's name, and actually, that's their real name, Headache.
Did y'all? No, no.
No, really, that's someone's name. He's an athlete.
Why?
I don't know.
Headache? Oh,
Headache.
see, he's black, isn't he? Because black people be doing the most. Dude, black people. Dude, who's that one athlete? His name is the coldest. Okay, stop. Black people be doing the most, and you can't deny it. When it comes to names, I know Hispanic people be like insulting their people with the nicknames, but black people be doing the most. Like they really think through the coldest. How you gonna name your child the coldest?
Hey,
The coldest. That's crazy. Putt, apple.
Apple.
Yo, listen, because here's the story. My
name is better than all these. I'll go with Muck any day before you call me Apple, Moo, Putt, Pinchy, Pinchy.
Liddell was
Headache,
chunky.
Quail Man, Birdman, Q-Tip, TQ.
Damn.
That's
Pinchy.
funny.
Wait, what is this? I'm serious though. Y'all hubs call her Pinchy too. Pinchy. Anyways, I go by Mo.
Pinchy cheeks.
I go by Mo. My brother used to call me Neek. Mofro was another name that I had in high school because I had big hair. Big June. Big June was also a name I used to go by. Apparently, Big June was a rapper, and because I have a big booty, this guy named Stan Mobley in high school dubbed me Big June. Dude, Big June was a male rapper. That's the messed up part about it.
What? What?
Listen, this conversation was much funnier yesterday. I'll tell you that. Much funnier. But at any rate, if you ever see me in the streets, don't ever say Monique. Because I'm going to turn around with the look like, what? What'd you just call me?
I'll say it. Monique.
No, you said you were going to say that when we first meet. You're going to say Monique when you see me at Bryson's wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be extremely upset if you do.
No, you're not. You're going to be so happy to see me that you won't even care that I said your name. Exactly. Stop it. You're not going to care what the hell I call you. Now, I can see a couple more times you'll be like, all right, now it's worn off.
Right.
Don't call me that unless there's something wrong. Sure, I'll do that.
It's worn off. Yeah, if you continuously call me that, it's going to be a problem. Anyways.
My children call you Monique and you say nothing.
No, they don't. They're
Yes,
like,
they
is that?
do.
No, they don't. I always say, they're like, is that Mo? They call me Mo. Don't lie. Don't lie on your kids like that.
They have called you Monique several times.
Where they at? Ask them tell them to come to the door and be like, what do I, what's her name? Point to me on the screen and be like, what's her name?
Sometimes they'll say, they'll say Momo, Monique, or Mo. It just depends.
Yeah, they call me Momo. That's right.
No, they don't.
No, they
don't lie on your children.
Yeah. Anyways, what's our topics today? Can you tell the people
our topics are? We have some really just like pressing topics, y'all. We're going to be talking about Rob Smith and his awkwardness. We're talking about Christian Walker and his leaked nudes by himself, I think, allegedly. Okay, I have to say that. We're going to be talking about Trump, the Fauci ouchie video where he pulled up to the hood and got cussed out. I actually enjoyed the videos where he got cursed out. They told him about himself. We're going to be talking about the pendulum swinging with the victimhood complex. We have literally seen it go from left to all the way right. And I find it funny that they're using the same arguments. And we're going to be talking about the Little Mermaid and its true agenda, so people can shut up about her being black, because I'm actually tired of hearing it.
Soonie uncovered the truth. She did some investigative reporting right there. Yep, that's right. That's right. Anyways, what do we start with first? You want to start with Roberto Smith, and then we'll go into Christian Walker, his BFF?
Yeah, let's go to Roberto. Okay. So Mo sent me this knowing I was going to be triggered.
Yeah, I was like, have fun.
She did. She have fun with this. I'm like, oh, really? I don't think you want me to talk about this. I don't even think he wants me to talk about this. But I'm going to play this video for you guys. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to play this video, and I want you guys to give me what you truly think about this video. I'm also going to stop it after a certain point because the rest of what he says is total garbage.
So the LGBTQ community, this is not a community anymore. This is a political activism organization with a far left agenda. And so, the reason that I wanted to make this video and the reason that I wanted to make this statement, I have a girlfriend that's a political commentator, and she sort of texted me and she said, well, do you think it'd be fair to say when we're talking about the LGBTQ community, quote unquote, this or that? And so we were texting back and forth a little bit, and it really did crystallize sort of this idea in my head that I've had for a very long time. I'm a gay man. I've made no bones about that. I am neither proud of it nor ashamed of it. It is just something that is, just like the color of my skin or the waves in my hair. It's like, literally, this is just something that is, right?
Wait a minute. I know you said you were going to play it all the way through, but that deserves a stop right there.
No, this is it. We don't need to play anymore.
Okay.
We don't need to play anymore.
So let me just say, this is when I heard that, I was like, oh, this needs to go to Soonie. Did he just compare him being gay to the color of his skin and the waves in his hair?
Yes, he did. He totally did. And like I said, I'm going to need for Rob Smith to show me the gay gene. Show me where you just have this inherent makeup in yourself of you being gay and you can't control it. Mm-hmm. Show me, sir. Mm-hmm. And you know what's even more disrespectful is the fact that these conservatives will call out the LGBTQ attaching themselves to the black plight only for him to do it as a black man, to say, well, I can't help this no more than I can help being gay. Yes, you can. Okay. Mm-hmm. I did not choose my parents. My parents didn't choose me. I just came to be, and I was born, and I just so happened to be a pretty chocolate color. That I could not help. No, you cannot help the texture of your hair because you were born that way, Rob, but you were not born gay. That would imply that the Lord makes mistakes. And I'm sorry, but don't be talking about my Jesus that way, because he didn't make you nothing other than Rob. The things around you made you who you were. Just tell the truth about that. That really triggered my soul.
Right.
My whole soul.
Yeah. And the whole, by the way, the whole premise of this video was for him to make sure that it was very clear he did not subscribe to this gay lifestyle. Okay. Meanwhile, Soonie didn't play this part, but he did say, I go to gay clubs. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Is that not participating in the gay lifestyle?
Oh my God. He did not say that.
He did. Did you not watch the whole thing?
No, I got triggered right there, and I didn't go. I didn't pass go or collect $200. I stopped.
Maybe you should keep playing it.
Well,
maybe you should keep. There's so.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Oh yes, I know. I know.
I'm not gonna say who she is, but my cousin is here. I love you. Listen, we both confused, girl.
What up, cuz?
We both confused.
What up, cuz?
Girl.
Let's see.
You're not gonna figure out who it is. And
I'm gonna
if you
guess it's
do,
this
don't say
one.
it out loud. Why? I don't want people to know who she is. Now they're gonna go follow her. Don't accept
Well,
follows from any of these people, please.
I don't. Oh, so I'm right. I didn't know. I didn't know this was your cousin. My bad, girl. I'll
So
take you down.
when does he say that? Because I can't stomach his lisp. I just can't do the gay talk.
Let me see. Am I allowed to play this? No,
Hold on.
because you can't rewind it. So you got to play it, right? Oh no, you have it downloaded.
Sex exists and want to live their life. LGBTQ community
Stay right here.
is to gay clubs and gay
Okay.
Goes
Let's
to
go
gay
back to
parties.
LGBTQ community is. I am not involved in that community. I participate in gay culture. I date men. I go to gay clubs and gay parties, and I I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I participate in gay.
This man calls
Make-
himself a Christian. I don't want to
Make
play
it-
anymore. It's
Make it make
disrespectful.
sense. No, just make it make sense. Like, how do you say I don't participate in gay culture, but you do all those things that are only gay things, like only for gay people?
Only
He
the
goes to gay-
LGBTQ does that.
He said he didn't go to parties. He went to gay parties. He went to gay clubs. He watches RuPaul's Drag Race, which is gay LGBTQ. Come on, you guys.
Rob. Now
Come
I know
on, Rob.
Rob will never have a conversation with me. I hope he will someday. I'm
Never.
gonna take these off. So you can see the sincerity in my eyes, Rob. I hope one day you will answer the questions that so many people have as to how on God's green earth are you gay and a Christian? How on God's green earth are you going to heaven while participating in homosexual activities? I just want to know. And I want you to point me to a section in the Bible, and then I'll dead it. If you could show me, I will dead it. I won't say nothing else. I'll just hang up my entire career. I'll quit.
Right.
So show me. Fact check me in real life, Rob. Please.
But I mean, like, the real serious part of this is why, like, you know how Soonie and Bryson always say, letting the people that are a part of this community into positions of power, particularly in the government or influencers even, can be dangerous, right? Because they're sending this message that, oh, I don't support any of this stuff. I don't support the drag queen story time. I don't support the indoctrination of children, yet you are supporting all the things that support that. So by default, you are supporting it. Okay. Which tells me that when it comes down to it, if it's your people or the American people, I kind of feel like you're going to choose your people. And by your people, I mean,
yes.
yeah.
That's facts. That's facts. We're looking at it. We are looking at how this movement has changed. And I called it a year ago. The more you guys give them an inch, they will take several miles. Several. And they've taken several miles. And they've aggressed upon your rights. And you just conformed.
Yeah.
And now I'm a bigot. I'm like, dang, I didn't even know. I actually feel happy that I did stand my ground on so many of these topics. I'm so happy because now people can go back and look. This has been my track record since day one, bro. I've called this out. Rob Smith is just another one on my belt. Christian Walker has been a notch on my belt. He's about to be another one. Because once I find out if you actually leaked this or not, I'm going to be relentless. I don't know if you leaked it or not, Christian. Do you think he did? Since we're on the topic of gay conservatives.
Yeah. So let me tell you a story. So I actually had I edited the photo and like covered up his schlong with a with an eggplant, a rather large one, if you know what I mean. Now, Soonie wasn't impressed, but you know, like I was just like, you know, when I saw the picture, I was like, damn, Christian, I've seen you in person. Okay. I've seen you in person, honey. And I didn't know you were working with all that. Okay. I didn't know. It's a damn shame that that's going to a man. Okay. Let me just say that. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that's going to a man now, Christian. God wanted that to go to a woman, clearly. Okay. Because that is not the size of that. That's not as stretchy as what I got. Okay. Mine's a little bit more forgiving. The other ones don't. Okay. Anyways, we're going way too far. All I gotta say is we can hate on Christian all day, but he's blessed. He's blessed. Okay. Now, forget all that. Rewind the tape. Okay. So I posted the picture and I covered that up and I was just like, hello, you're a Christian. You have like a whole Bible verse in your Twitter bio. What the hell is this? And mind you, the watermark on the photo was from Grindr, a gay hookup website. Okay. Well, somebody that I respect and that is a good friend of mine said, "Hey, you should take it down because you could be participating." And Sunni's just like, "No, you shouldn't have." But I was like, I'm not I'm not willing to die on the hill for Christian's dick. It's not going to happen. So I took it down, but they said, you could be participating in revenge porn, which I do have experience with that because my daughter was involved in something like that. And it did get the authorities involved. At any rate, they also said to me, it could very well be that he leaked this photo on purpose. Because we all know Christian took a little bit of a hit after he attacked his dad. He's been kind of dormant on social media. I haven't seen a lot from him. I think he might even have something coming out, whether it's a show or something. I think he is gearing up a la the Kardashian style with a little bit of controversy to bring some attention to him. And it could be that that's what he's doing.
I have no comment.
On which part?
I have no comment. This is a rare case for me where I'm going to utilize my discernment and shut up. Christian Walker, you look. I'm talking to people to figure out where this came from. It didn't just come from nowhere. And if he did put it out to push a whatever new venture he has coming out, then I don't see why anybody would not share that. Fuck it. If you can share Hunter Biden and his schlong and booty hole and everything else with those girls in it, then you can share Christian Walker. Why? Was it revenge porn when it came to Hunter Biden and all the disgusting? You know how many people looked at that?
Yeah, that's
posted
a good point.
It everywhere.
You have an excellent point there, and you're right. But I am more willing, considering more people were posting Hunter Biden, right? And they can't like go and prosecute and go after millions and millions of people. Mm-hmm. The guy that had the laptop that leaked it, would probably be the first one. I was more willing to share those photos than I was Christian. You know what I mean? So for me, I was just like, I'm not going to be saving anybody or like whatever by exposing Christian's his thing.
No, I get it.
But needless to say, the jig is up. Okay. He's not a Christian. We shouldn't listen to his opinions about his father. And I guarantee you, if and when he does like make some pitiful excuse for his disgusting actions, he's probably going to blame it on the childhood trauma that he suffered because his dad cheated on his mom.
Yep.
I'm sure.
That's his mother's fault. You should never tell your children what you and the father are going through because they internalize those things. And now you have a boy who is openly flamboyant, searching for his father. That is what's going on with Christian. And I'm going to offer prayers to him. But I don't like Christian. Christian's not a Christian. He's not a conservative. And more people need to tell him that. They need to tell Rob Smith. They need to tell all of these gay conservatives, the log cabin Republicans, the group that I've been talking about for so long. Y'all need to call it out. Because it's about to get to a point where it's too freaking late. Matter of fact, It is already too late.
Right.
For election purposes. The government has already forged a relationship. There's nothing you can do about that. But you can stand your ground and make your voices heard. Please, for me. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's turning me into a homophobe.
So now we're 2 fudge packers down in the movement. Those are Soodie's words. She calls them the fudge packers. I don't have nicknames for gay people because I have friends that are gay, and I have friends that are gay, and I'm not going to disrespect my friends like that. But the two that claim to be influencers, one yelling in the drive-thru of the Starbucks constantly about how people are idiots, how people are disgusting, judging how people run their lives. He just attacked Elijah Schaefer for sleeping with his friend, his slutty friend, at a conservative event. Okay, cheating on his wife. He just exposed somebody for that. So how are you going to do that when your shit is dirty? Like when you're out here in these streets on a gay hookup website with your penis. Like y'all, he was standing in his kitchen, like between his kitchen and his living room, legs like this, penis like penis was like this, okay? Legs were like this, refrigerator was in the background. It was all out.
We'll see. We will see what comes of this. I don't think he's going to speak on it, to be honest. I think too many people are giving him leeway and excuse to not have to answer for this shit. So he's just going to feel emboldened. Nobody's talking about it. All right. So let's just keep it moving. That's what I see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You never know. But I could also be right. Just saying.
You could be. You could be. So what else? What else we got?
We're on the topic of MAGA influencers because that's where all these people came from. Can we talk about Trump and his antics?
Oh, I know people want to talk about Trump and his antics.
Can we talk about Trump and his antics? That's what you all showed up here for. You know, yes. You did. You came to see what I had to say about Trump. I kind of posted cryptic messages. People were like, where do you stand? Who are you supporting? Do you really believe that Trump's going to be arrested? No. And I remember telling you all he wouldn't be arrested. And I remember some very emotional people coming on and being like, you can't do this to a sitting president. Kind of like when we were on Truth Will Set You Free and everybody wanted to whine about the FBI. And I was like, I don't give a crap. Soonie, why don't you care? Because this happens to Americans all the time. And number two, let's go with number two. Nothing ever comes of any of these things. It's like you didn't pay attention to Russiagate. For 3 years, they said they had proof and they've materialized nothing. It only took a couple days to prove that there's nothing going on here. Why do they keep pushing back the arrest date?
Yeah.
Trump knows he's not going to jail.
Because there's not a case. There's not a case. And even I think Dan Bongino today did a video where he has like some insight to people that are with Trump. And he's like, Trump's not even stressed about this. Of course he's not stressed about it. You know, I will say this too. Like, I mean, I knew from the beginning that this was like a big nothing burger. This was all for show. But the minute Trump started posting on his Truth Social about it, and there's one of the posts right there. Then following it up with the donation link, I was like, oh, come on. Like, we know what this is about, right? Yesterday, he puts this post out. I'm sorry, it wasn't a post. If you are on the Trump campaign mailing list, he sends out an email and it's like, this might be my last chance to communicate with y'all, you know, not y'all, but to communicate with everyone. Click the link to see my final remarks. And me being a smart person, I was like, why would I have to click on a link if you have a whole Truth Social platform that you've been posting on all week long? Why don't your remarks can just go there? Well, I click on the link to see where that goes, and it goes to a donation page. So you guys know what this is about. Honestly, I don't get it. He could have just said, hey guys, I'm running for president 2024. Here's a donation link. If you want to not mention anything about her arrest, just say, if you're sick of what you see going on, here's my donation link. You know, it costs money to do this. People would have donated, but don't play this victim card because you're not going to be a victim. They're not going to perp walk you. They're not going to do anything. They don't even have a case.
That's what I said. That's what I said. And when I said it, I got attacked relentlessly. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but I'm not using my platform to advocate anybody protesting for Trump. You can
Mm-hmm.
do that yourself, because there are still
Right.
people in jail to this day protesting because you told them to go do it. And the best thing you can do is put out an old crusty, dusty, crunchy ass single of you talking on a track that went number one because you're Trump. And you made
Right.
money off of that. And you made an additional 1.5 million freaking dollars off of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What, like, huh?
Right. It's crazy.
I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
1.5 million.
And he wasn't even mentioning the J6ers until recently. Like, see, that's another thing. Like, again, that's something that Soonie and I have been pointing out for a long time, along with other things. Now, I want to stop here for a second because I want to say, just because some of the people on the internet who post that we are not patriots and that we are haters and blah, 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 just because we are criticizing how he is doing this, how he is going about this, how he hasn't mentioned the J6ers enough, does not mean we don't support him as a president, either formerly or currently. I personally still has my vote. I don't see anybody
Mhm.
new coming up that I would vote for, so he still has my vote. And I can't think of anybody that can put their hat in the running that I would vote for. So just because I criticize him doesn't mean that I don't support him. Grow up.
Right. It's it's life. We criticize literally everything,
Yeah,
including each other, all the time.
exactly.
But you know,
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a weird, it's just a weird spot to be in. And I posted this, and a lot of people got frustrated with me because I posted this. But I did it to show we are going to be going into a space where you're going to be easily deceived, right? And you buying into Trump could be potentially going into jail. These photos are manufactured, right? On the
For sure.
day where they say he was supposed to be arrested. Now, can you tell if this is fake or not? I mean, just be real.
No,
You
they're
can't
excellent
tell.
photos. They're excellent photos. Look at that. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy that they can do that. I mean, that stuff right there is kind of funny, like the one at the in the orange jumpsuit. But see, like if I would have seen these right here that you have up, these would have been very, aside from Biden being one of the police officers, but this would have been very believable to me
Yep.
if I would have seen that, you know. And I'm sorry, dude. If Trump were to ever go to prison, I'm sorry, but he's gonna be the man. Okay, he's gonna be running his block like you don't even know. Okay, because you got to be stupid. I would be close if I was in prison with Trump. I would be like, "What's up? What's up, best friend?" I'd be trying to get my shit pardoned. Okay.
Someone said, how much money did he make after the raid?
Oh, sorry.
Where did it go?
Here, sorry, I'm putting it back up there.
Also agree that he's got my vote still, even if I don't agree with him all the time. Yeah, I'm not voting for Trump. I've said
Oh,
that.
and I'm sure he made millions after that raid.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even look to see the amount of how
Yeah,
much money he raised. I have no clue, but that's a good question. I'll go look at that.
yeah. Althea says, Althea, sorry, I would never vote for him again. Interesting. So a lot of people, there are some people that feel this way. Althea, I'm curious, would you vote at all? Is there somebody else you would vote for or somebody that you want to run that you would vote for? This is hilarious. What's funny is the left really thinks he's going to get arrested still. So I had made a post and I said, man, the QAnon people, they're literally sitting there like, it's time. It's time. And then they're like, arrest canceled. Oh, shit. You know? And then it's going to reconvene Wednesday. All right, guys, get ready. Get ready. The plan is coming into place and we're canceled till next week. Oh, shit. You know, like that's literally, it's like tinfoil hat on, tinfoil hat off.
They can't help it. They
Yep.
can't help themselves. I said this because someone asked me, Soonie, why don't you care? Like, this is a very egregious thing that is happening in our country. And I said, the same reason I didn't care about the FBI, You only cared about that because Trump told you. The same reason I got off the January 6th train. Y'all only cared about that because Trump said it. Because once Trump stopped talking about it, so did the constituents. You only cared about the FBI raid because it was on media. And you only care about this arrest happening because Trump said it.
Mm.
Like, nobody's thinking for themselves. And when you
So,
do think for yourself, it's legit like a problem in this movement. It's weird.
but let me ask you a question. When you say you don't care, are you talking about like in general the whole thing or specifically the situation
I'm talking just in general, like
in
in
general?
general, specific. I don't care
Mhm.
that Trump is being put through the ringer.
Mm.
Why? Honestly, why
Well,
should I care?
see that okay, so that I do care because here's the thing. You're right. We didn't know about the FBI until Trump exposed them. We didn't know about the swamp until Trump exposed them. But now we do know about this stuff. And to see, for me personally, to see anybody, okay, whether this is Trump or not, but anybody who is being wrongfully attacked, whether I agree with your political stances or not, to see somebody, especially at his level, getting wrongfully attacked, it is kind of scary. Because you remember when Trump said, they're not after me, they're after you. And that was a very true statement because if they can do this to a president, a former president, whatever, imagine what they can do to us. And they've already tried to. So that part of it, I do care. I
But they've
can't say I
already
don't care.
done it. They did it to Snowden. They did it to Julian Assange. They've done it to
Of
so
course.
many people. Like,
Of
who
course.
cares that he's the president? That bothers me. I'm not going to lie. It really irritates me when I hear people say, it's the president. They've done it to regular citizens
Mhm. They
that are
have. And
supposed to
it's
be at high levels. So why should I give more of a crap that it's like, why should it rock me even more because it's the president? It rocks me
no.
more when I see it happen. Snowden is still on the run. Julian Assange is still locked up for doing
Mhm.
what Trump has done, which is whistleblowing the government. He didn't
I'm
get Julian Assange out of jail.
I'm not saying you should hold one greater than the other. What I'm saying is I'm not saying I don't care. Like that would be like me like I don't care what happened. Like I personally don't have that particular feeling cuz I do care. I do care about people's rights whether it's the president or whoever. You know, so to say I don't care to me is a little bit of a it's like loosey goosey to say that because it makes it seem like you just don't care in general. You don't care about anybody's rights getting taken away.
No,
That's how
I
I
don't
think people
care
are reading it.
about this. I don't care when this happens to a president. I don't.
Mhm.
It does not sway me. It does not scare me. America's going to change. America has fundamentally changed before all this happened to Trump. And it's continuing to change. It'll change when he's long dead and gone. What excuse are people going to use when Trump is no longer here? Oh, they did this.
Right.
They did it to who? Because they've already done it to Americans. So, no, I didn't care when Trump got raided. Really didn't. And I don't care that he's going through this because he has the ability and the finance to fight it. There's no reason for me or anyone like me or any of you who are watching to go risk your freedom to go protest for somebody who's not even going to blink an eye when you get locked the fuck up. I'm just keeping it real. We've already seen this materialize in real life. How many of those men and women in prison were able to raise $1.5 million in a matter of 4 days? I didn't see Trump raising funds for them. But you
Right.
want people to donate to you for your legal shit? No. That's disrespectful in my eyes. That is self-centered and disrespectful. And I don't
Yeah,
fuck with that.
I agree with that. See, that's the part that I do criticize. I do criticize. I criticize a lot of stuff, but why do you think Trump didn't pardon?
Because he
With
was too busy trying to pander to niggas and get Kodak Black out of jail, which was actually in jail for doing something. That's why. He
mm,
was too busy trying to get votes in the black community, and doing that was and I was one of the people who celebrated it. I was happy to see Kodak Black out of jail. Don't ask me why. I was just like, oh, he's out of jail. That's dope. Look, now all these black people are gonna vote for Trump. I used to think that way. But that's stupid. That is so dumb. You have people who are rotting away in jail and you're gonna leave them behind to get these two out? Sorry, guys.
hmm.
They don't care about us. Michael Jackson already said it. They don't
Michael
give a
Jackson?
fuck about us.
Oh, they don't give a they don't. All I gotta say is that they don't really care.
Um,
Also, I find it suspicious that Soros said DeSantis is a better candidate. Explain that one to the people because there's a hidden message there as well.
George Soros is just fanning the flames of an already impeding conflict within the conservative movement. That is just the plan of the Uniparty. They want a fractured Republican Party. They don't want, honestly, I don't even think they want Trump as a nominee. They're trying to do everything they can, and Trump is helping them solidify DeSantis as a nominee. And if he keeps it up with these stupid antics, the media covered the fact that so many of his supporters are like, I don't give a crap. I'm not protesting for you. So if you have an already fractured part of this movement, and then you have the devil himself coming in and saying, I want to see this happen. I want to see a competition. I want to see a slugfest. And when you know what will happen, Democrats will never lose an election again. That's what I think about this. This is simply the uniparty.
You know,
there is no Democrat or Republican anymore.
The other thing you have to think about is I do believe at the very least Hunter Biden will face criminal charges for whatever he's done, right? At least him out of all the Bidens. They absolutely cannot have Trump. Trump is the only presidential candidate who could potentially be a problem to them because they need to have a Democrat in office or a controlled opposition person in office that will be able to pardon Hunter Biden, right? They need somebody to pardon the Bidens. Now, my dad made a statement, and I'm still trying to understand why he would say this. But when he said it, I was like, that would just fully confuse people. My dad said he thinks that if Trump were to get into the presidential office for 2024 and Hunter Biden goes to prison for his dealings, that he believes Trump would pardon him. And I said, whoa, why would he do that? And he said, to save the office of the presidency, meaning he would do, I think what he was saying is he would do it to look, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, he pardoned a Biden. If he did that, like, I think that would just like rock everybody to the core. It would shake everybody to the core because people would be like, he's a politician at that point. For sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's wild. That would be wild.
I agree. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All I know is that Americans, and I mean, I even say Americans, this side is very defensive. You are hardly ever on the offense. It's always you reacting to something that the left has done. It's rare if you see the left reacting outside of legislation that does absolutely nothing. Okay, DeSantis, outside of legislation that does absolutely nothing to protect our children in schools, there's nothing that we are on the offense about. All this side does is whine and freaking cry. Whine, gripe, rinse, repeat. That's it. The left is so bad. Rinse, re-freaking Pete. Do something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's always been the same. That's something that's never changed. Like, speaking of stuff that's been the same, that rinse and repeat cycle has been the same in politics forever. There's been nothing.
Change, man.
Yeah, but I don't think it will. That's just politics.
If I have anything to say about it, if me and Bryson like take off and everybody gets to hear what we're saying, I think you'll have more people like, what the what? This is happening? It was already happened with Andrew Tate. When Andrew Tate started speaking out, they had to shut him up real quick. He was giving men their balls back. Just saying, once you have a select few people who speak out, I don't think there's much you can do. Now, I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime, but I think we can lay the framework for our children. I know my kids are going to be headbusters, bro.
It's going to be headbusters.
Headbusters. Let's go.
Headbusters. Man, watch out. Watch out.
Anyways. What does it say? we're going to move on from this topic, but I'm going to read this last one. If Trump happens to win and we don't get the Senate, his presidency would be a lame duck one. It would. Anyways, because the Senate wouldn't pass anything to get to him, it would be a waste of his presidency. Hey, there was already a red mist. They predicted a red wave, and it was a red mist. It wasn't even a puddle. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Seriously, because the current or the former Senate, literally Congress, I'm sorry, handicapped the new people coming in because they set the stipulations for this last budget that they passed, the legislation that they passed. I think it was a omnibus bill. It's supposed to last out until September of this year. So all these people coming in, they're not even able to fight what they have allocated now. So you can only imagine how much money his presidency is going to spend to fix what the fuck Biden did.
Right.
And let's be honest, inflation started with Trump because of all the money he was putting out for COVID. We have to be honest about that. That didn't happen under Biden. It continued and it skyrocketed, but Trump set the tone for that when he kept giving people checks to sit at home instead of opening the country.
Right. Althea says Trump will never win.
That's not true. Come on now.
Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that statement. I think he will. I'm sorry, but all signs. Here comes Chad. Sorry. He's like, all signs point to he's most likely going to win.
Yeah, I believe he will.
Yeah.
As long as they cheat with the mail-in ballots, yeah. If they don't cheat, then I don't know what to tell y'all.
So you have this video up. I actually want to show the fuller video because everybody's sharing that video that you put up there. That's like the little clip of him going up to this guy's door and the guy telling him like, go kick rocks with your shit. What we're talking about is Dr. Anthony Fauci visited DC along with Muriel Bowser, who is the mayor of DC, and they went to a neighborhood of Anacostia, and they went door to door encouraging residents to receive the COVID-19 vaccine and combat vaccine hesitancy. So they made this video, and this particular video was on American Masters PBS, which I found very interesting. But I was seeing that everybody was sharing that one clip, and I was like, I need to see the whole video because I just want to see like what the whole thing is about. So I sent this to Soonie, but I'm going to play a little bit of it for you guys so you guys can see this here. Oh, shoot. You know what? I don't think I need to share the audio. I'm always fucking up, Soonie.
Yeah, she said it, I didn't.
I'm always fucking up. All right. So here we go. He's in a car. This is my first observation. He's in the car wearing the mask. But then when he's out on the streets talking to the people, he's not wearing the mask. Make that make sense.
So this is Anacostia, historic African-American neighborhood. In New York, they have neighborhoods. Here they have wards. So this is Ward 8. It's the typical social determinants of health, where they don't get good medical care, they have a high degree of HIV, high degree of COVID-19, the lowest level of vaccination. They're sort of the disenfranchised group that we got to reach out to. So the mayor is now with me, going to congratulate the people who are going to go out into the community and get people vaccinated. Hi, Madam Mayor. Nice to see you. A real pleasure.
Thank you.
Great to be. Oh, it's my pleasure. Good to be here with you.
It's going to be fun today.
Yeah, yes, it is.
And already, I think they told me they have more people that have been this morning than they usually have at this site all day.
Really?
Yes.
Fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. All right, let's take a woo.
This girl, she's acting like she just saw Michael Jackson. Okay. Again, everybody in here is wearing a mask except for Dr. Fauci. He took the mask out from the car. And another thing, he talked about how he is in one of the, poorest wards, highest HIV rate, lowest vaccination rate, income levels, yada, yada, yada. Yet he's not going there with gift certificates for groceries or gasoline or condoms so people don't get HIV. Because mind you, he was also involved in the HIV stuff as well. He's going there with a free vaccine. So he doesn't really care about the disenfranchised. Okay, let's just make that clear.
Dr. Fauci.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for getting vaccinated.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Did you guys see these cars right here in the background? They didn't mention this, but I was like, are they giving away cars for vaccinations now? Like we've upgraded from the donuts and the free burgers and fries to cars. That's incredible.
I want to give a special thank you to our fellow Washingtonian.
Okay, we're going to forward through this because I want to show you some of the houses he goes to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Dr. Fauci really wants you to get vaccinated today. If you're not vaccinated. All right.
I've been Fauci.
You been Fauci. You got your Fauci ouchie?
Yeah.
Did you hear that she called it the Fauci ouchie? Here all along, I thought we came up with the Fauci ouchie to save ourselves from getting, our videos taken down. now they're using the Fauci ouchie. That was funny to me.
I'm vaccinated.
Well, good for you. Hello. Hi. It's nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
I've been vaccinated since April 23rd. And
All right.
I did it because I felt I needed to be a solution. And I part of
There you go. Great. Do you think it hurts or what is it?
No, it does other things to me. I just pass out.
How old are you? I'm older than you, so don't feel badly. Don't feel bad. I'm 80.
Me too.
Oh, good.
Me too. I'm 82.
That's one of the reasons why you might want to reconsider.
People aren't really opposed.
Yeah, I know.
They do need a
They need a little push.
A push and a drag.
Yeah.
Hi, neighbor. I don't come in there. I got no clothes on. That's okay. This is Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, if I had some clothes on, I come out and give you a kiss. I can't do it now. I ain't got the clothes on.
All right. Well, I'll give it back to you.
All right. And we're going to come back and talk to her son. What are we going to do about those other states?
Look at that. So they're talking about, anyways, I'm not gonna play all of these other houses, but I do want to go to the main one where the guy tells him a few choice words. But did you hear Muriel say, what are we gonna do about those other states? She's the mayor of DC. What does she care about the other states? You know what I mean? I don't know. Sounds suspect to me. Were you talking, Soonie?
No, it echoes if I talk.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Here's the gentleman. If you guys haven't seen this, this is the video viral where he tells Dr. Fauci, no thanks.
The people in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now. So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach? About 20 years of science to get us to be able to do it.
Not enough.
So for 20 years, they've been working on this approach.
And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you all came up with.
The only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allow thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
It's
like
much more
flu.
serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none. About 20 to 30,000. You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
Well,
I would have been like, okay, so why again did nobody die? Virtually nobody died from the flu. Soonie loves this topic. Virtually nobody died from the flu, and nobody says, well, why is that, Anthony? Why did nobody? So COVID came in and eradicated the flu? Totally took it away? I thought y'all didn't have a cure for the flu. Apparently, the cure was the thing. It just gets stupid. Anyways, I'm not going to torture Soonie anymore. She doesn't like this topic, so we're not going to talk about it anymore. But I just wanted to show that to y'all.
I can't talk because there's an echo. If I talk, I'll hear myself twice. It'll sound weird. I wrote notes down as I was watching.
Go ahead and tell us.
If this government is a white if this nation is white supremacy and it's ran by white supremacists, why would you pick a black neighborhood to go push this when history tells that black people do not trust vaccinations or the government because of history? The Tuskegee experiments, they purposely killed people and gave them syphilis.
Mm-hmm.
Experimental, but they couldn't deny it because they were enlisted.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did you not go to a poor white neighborhood, you chose a poor black neighborhood once again to target to go push a vaccine. Yep. I have to ask, why do they never go to white neighborhoods? Why y'all never go to the trailer park?
Right.
Why? Why are black people your constant target for this shit?
And he took a black woman with him to push it.
And then you go to a ward that I guarantee you Bowser's not going to outside of this incident. I guarantee you she's not going down there. You could tell. Look at that neighborhood on the entrance. Now, the houses that they showed, those were nice. But when he said this is the 8th ward and it's poor, you saw a boarded up home. Come on, bro. Can y'all go talk to white people and leave us the fuck alone? Can you go talk to some trailer park ass motherfuckers and leave us alone?
There's plenty of white people who are vaccine hesitant and disenfranchised.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy that this is still going on and that people are still buying it. And I'm going to end it with this, okay? Why don't Republicans go door to door in neighborhoods like this to tell people what they're not seeing because they're being inundated with CNN and MSNBC and all this other, not that Fox or anything like that is any better, but people should be going to these neighborhoods to talk to people about things that are much more important, about why we shouldn't be aborting babies, right? About why is there such a high AIDS epidemic? Because we all know that AIDS is, very well linked to homosexuality, right? Why is that happening? Why are we not in these communities talking? I guarantee you, Charlie Kirk and even Candace Owens are not going door to door in these neighborhoods to talk to people. They're charging money for you to come see them at venues, right? Where they can stand on a stage. But I would love to see them out in the neighborhoods talking to people like this, spreading the message, that they think needs to be spread, but they don't. And that's part of the problem. And this is where the Democrats win, because they will do this. They will do this. They will go to these neighborhoods. They will go door to door. They will take security with them, and they will pander. We won't. They'll go collect votes. We won't.
They'll pander, but they only pander to a specific group.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pander to any other group. Just this one group. And since we're talking about this one group, can we please shout out Uganda?
Oh yeah,
Uganda is dope. So dope that they made Our government short circuit. This video is freaking hilarious.
I want to say one thing at the top. We have grave concerns with the passage of the Anti-Homosexuality Act, AHA, by the Parliament of Uganda yesterday, and increasing violence targeting LGBTQI plus persons. If the AHA is signed into law and enacted, it would impinge upon universal human rights, jeopardize progress in the fight against HIV/AIDS, deter tourism, and invest in Uganda and damage Uganda's international reputation.
Listen. She said it is going to damage their international reputation. Nobody will do business with them because of fudge packers. America, of all countries, is talking about a human rights issue. You just watch bureaucratic agents, that's what I call them, go into a black neighborhood and push something that is harming people. And you want to talk about a human rights issue? Why don't we go look at the freaking border?
Yep.
Why don't you go look at that? All these people coming over here on trains, all these children going missing. Is that not a human rights crisis or an issue? Or the fact that all these cartel members are bringing fentanyl like crazy and another drug over the borders, and now it's creating our citizens, right? It's causing our citizens to have a flesh-eating disorder to where they're zombies on the street. But you want to talk about Uganda governing their country. That is none of your business, America. Shut up. You have your own issues. Like, what the crap? Do it. Fuck around and find out. Stop doing business with them. I guarantee you, they don't give a shit. Because most of these countries don't want to do business with us anyway. They don't even like us. And ain't you some sort of, what the hell is this lady? Haitian? Ain't you from over there? You close enough. Shit. You dark, you black enough.
Bill is one of the most extreme anti-LGBTQI plus laws in the world. Human rights are universal. No one should be attacked, imprisoned, or killed simply because of who they are or whom they love.
Oh, but we can go to jail for voicing our concerns when it comes to the government by simply standing on the lawn. Okay.
Did anybody in the press corps speak up or challenge her at all?
Not that I saw. No, I didn't see anything.
I used to watch the full press briefings when Raggedy Ann was there. I can't watch it now because it's hard to watch.
I haven't watched any of her press conferences. The only press conferences I tuned into was Kayleigh McEnany. That was it. I have not watched anything she's done. I take that back. I watched the first one, and it wasn't even her. It was Ragdoll, orange hair lady.
Raggedy Ann, yeah. Raggedy Ann.
What's her name?
Raggedy Ann. What's her name?
Jen Pasek or something like that.
Jen Psaki.
Psaki. Okay. I said Pasek. Yeah. That was such a black person's move. My bad.
I still
I pronounced it as it read.
You said Pasek. She black. No, just joking. What does Jesse Lee Peterson said? He goes, "I'm black and I'm slow." That's what he says. Yeah, I used to watch actually the full Jen Psaki press conferences because even though it was a bunch of lies and all this stuff, at least it was like somewhat informative. And I could grasp what was going on, but this one, I can't sit through it. And it's like hard to watch her because the press like beats up on her and she dances around asking the questions. So it's a torture session every time. I don't know how that woman has managed to keep her job. And I wonder what she'll do after. She's terrible. She goes down as the worst.
She needs to go.
She needs to go.
It's a universal human issue.
Yeah.
But I just named a bunch of issues that we have in our own country. But let's continue to ignore that.
That's a diversity hire gone wrong. I'm just saying. Simon from Africa Press lost his shit on her Monday about discrimination for never calling in
on him.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw that video. That was the video that I posted and I like said, "Is that the what are you gay guy?" He sounded like that guy.
What are you gay?
What are you gay? You are transgender.
Can we talk about the most pressing topic that has been on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? I don't know if you've seen it. Have you
No,
seen
I've
all the
seen
white
this.
conservatives like just going after us?
I have seen pieces of it, yes, from you.
I'm going to share some of the screenshots as well. This is Bryson's page, but this is going to segue into our topic. I think this is the funniest skit. Hilarious.
I don't think black people are being hunted down by police, and I don't think black people are oppressed in 2023. You tell them, brother. So basically, you a coon tap dancing for white supremacy. No. It's just like how I don't think white people are being attacked by black people randomly in the street. Oh, now that makes sense. Wait a minute now. I see videos every day on Twitter of black people assaulting white people just because of their race. Bryson, I knew you were a racist. I thought you were a real MAGA boy. You a real Uncle racist. Tom, you ain't no real MAGA. You hate white people. You're anti-white. And a self-hating black man.
That's so true. That he did that beautifully because that was so true.
Dude, I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
Because we did a Twitter space. Bryson did a Twitter space yesterday. And after the Twitter space, we took it over to Discord, and then we had a debate on Cozy TV. If you don't know what that is, it's Nick Fuentes' platform. Cozy TV. These people are using TikTok and Twitter videos to explain black violence equaling white genocide. And I'm not even kidding you when I say this is what they said to me. Black violence equals white genocide. Now, I want people, including Mo, I want you guys to tell me, how many white people do you think black criminals have murdered? If you had to guess, what do you think that number would be?
Actually, I heard the number. Wait, what? Okay, so how many white people have been killed by black criminals?
Yes.
So okay, let me preface this. So the number is higher than it is the other way around, but that's because there's more white people and less black people, right? So I think the total number of black people that were killed last year, maybe it was by police. It may have been a different metric, but I think it was 14 is what the number equaled out to be. White people, I don't know. I can't even.
In a year.
1 year.
600,
700.
Okay. Someone said 5,000.
No. No. It's not even that high. It may
Okay,
be
you meant
even around
500.
300 or
Okay,
400.
Okay. 500.
It may be in the 300 to 400s even. I don't know.
Okay, so we got 500. I want to see these numbers because I'm genuinely curious. And I'm going to ask you another question. 426. Okay. Mo says between 600 and 700. We got 500, 426. We got 200 popping up. Okay.
I'm
500.
gonna say, hold on,
ahead.
wait. I'm gonna say it's between 230 and 550.
No.
Final answer.
You're close though.
I'm close? Okay.
You're close.
Okay.
I'm going to give the answer. It's 560. Okay. 560 white people died in the year 2019 because we don't have any updated versions from the FBI. So
by black violence.
By black violence. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, if I go look at how many people cops kill per year, that's going to be virtually equal. If we look at it, combining all the numbers, equal. Cop shootings.
In general.
Yeah. And if you break it down to white per year, it's still over 400 something per year. Blacks and whites equal out every year.
Okay, but does that take out justified shootings? Because I feel like you have to take that out, right? So if it's a justified shooting, meaning the cop was legally justified in that shooting, is that a negative thing?
We're not factoring that in when it comes to the FBI statistic either. Those are just convictions.
That's true.
That can be self-defense. It could be a bunch of things.
That's true.
So if we break it down even further, the number will get even smaller. So 560 people, y'all. Mm-hmm. Okay? 560 people prove an uptick in violence from the Black community. Do you want to know how they are proving this to be true? Twitter videos.
Well, because that's, people's reality now is online. What they see online, that's their only metric.
But here's the catch. If I were to ask these same people, what do you think about 328 blacks being killed by police officers? You know what they're going to say? Well, we don't know what happened there. But
Okay,
doesn't that prove that cops are racist and there's an uptick in violence against,
So explain that to me, because I've heard so many different numbers there.
Explain what aspect?
The number that you just gave me, the 300 something, right? I literally heard the number 14 because it was a percentage, right? So when you take the percentage from the total percentage of Black people and you take the percentage killed, it came out to 14 people.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Where's your source that you're pulling the numbers from? The FBI? The FBI.gov?
No. The police report to Washington Post, and they keep a database. They've kept a database since 2015. Yeah. If you look at it, if you go to unarmed shootings, yes, the number drops drastically, 14. But if you look at the overall,
it's unarmed.
Like they're looking at the overall and prescribing, this is just a hate group, and they're doing it because they hate white people. This is white genocide. Now I'm going to pull up some of these comments. This is the exact same conversation we have with liberals that are Black, which is what that is happening on the right is absolutely mind-blowing. How is it that you can tell Black people, hey, stop being victims. America's not racist. No white person is looking to kill you, and neither are cops. You're just looking to be a victim, to only turn around and have people such as Salt Shaker say, people gave you dozens of experiences of Black people being violent and racist to them the other day. You denied everyone and called them liars. Okay? And he followed up with this question. If I did the same with Black people and they all said they experienced racism, would you believe it? Did we not spend time doing that as Black conservatives? This narrative that Blacks are not being targeted? Like, how do we then flip it and say, well, 560, that means that there's an uptick in Black violence, and it's because Black people don't like us. And you know what they're using? Scott Adams, which is why I told people you need to stop okaying what this fool said, because now they're saying, look, Scott Adams was right. Why do you think white people move away from Black people? These are conservatives.
See, I have like a totally different take on this. So I don't think Black people or white people are being targeted. I think people's character has gone down and down and down and down and down, whether you're white or Black, right? There's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's mental issues. There is a lack of human connection, depression, fatherless homes, a lot of stuff, right? But I think it is just a decay in people's character that is the problem, because I can't sit here. You know me, I do not have the patience for are Black people getting attacked, targeted, are white people getting targeted. I don't have the patience for that conversation, because nobody wants to talk about what the issue is, which is their character. And I have heard, in fact, I just watched a Chad O'Jackson live, and he was having this exact conversation, and I had commented in the thing, and I said, it's all character. And he said, it is. And there are just some people that just have poor character, and that's what leads them to this situation. And you can show me the numbers all day, and I don't care which way they lean and who they lean towards. To me, I'm like, bad character. Okay? Bad character. That's what it is. But nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about skin color.
If you look at white on white, it's 2,677. This is no different. Look, what I'm saying is this is no different than the arguments that Black people make. They want to talk about the small issue of 400 people per year being shot, and we don't even know why half those people were shot, right? They want to complain about that. but ignore the astronomically high number of murders that occur every fucking weekend in our own communities. And if you look at white and blacks, we are killing each other at the same freaking rate. We're killing each other at the same rate.
Mm-hmm.
We kill each other. And when I say each other, I mean white on white and I mean black on black. You can see the numbers here. They're virtually equal.
Yeah.
But it's okay for conservatives to take an argument. This only came when Scott Adams put out, which is why I'm telling people this is manufactured. And you buy into it by saying, oh, he's right and he's entitled to his opinion. You're right. He is entitled to his opinion. But then you don't get to go whine and gripe about BLM saying foul shit about you. Because you have just flipped it and you have started to depict Black Americans in a certain way. And then when we step up to say absolutely not, then you're defending your own kind. I'm keeping the same energy I kept with my own kind when you were on my side with this entire argument.
Right.
This is what the conservative movement has turned into.
Yeah, and that's why I steer away from these conversations, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Kristen says, "What's the total homicide of white on white per year? Also, what's the total homicide per year?" Oh, is that okay? Gotcha.
It comes down to how to lie with statistics. Exactly. And like I said, when you look at the reasons that they're giving, it is the same reasons that BLM gave. I see a video, it must be happening. When you ask these people, have you ever had a bad interaction with a Black person? No. So then how can you say that Black violence is white genocide and it is dangerous to even live in the vicinity of Blacks because they hate you? How? We can't keep running from these conversations because now it's festering into this, and people want to play Black savior over here and say, well, they've been being attacked. Blacks have been targeted for God knows how long with the media. Do they have a right to walk around and act crazy now, since white people have the right to walk around and act crazy and prescribe all these fictitious notions about what it's like to live in a Black neighborhood? Do you see that there's now this notion starting to form that it's just violent? And if I walk around in a neighborhood that's Black, then you're more likely to experience violence. Is every Black neighborhood the hood? According to how people speak, we all live in the hood unless we live amongst white people. That's a problem. And it's a problem because nobody wants to talk about it. You can't avoid it. You cannot avoid it. It's a part of the fabric of this conversation, and it's become a part of the fabric of this country because mainstream media, the government, and all these other political associations, affiliations, you got entertainment, it's infused in culture. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to get worse if more people, especially Black conservatives, don't stand the fuck up and tell white people, if I didn't deal with it with Black people, I'm damn sure not about to deal with it with you. It's just not happening. But then you get called nigger. You know what I mean? How they've been called nigger from conservatives. It's not left-leaning people. These are conservatives. I knew you were going to defend your own kind. What is my own kind? I thought you didn't see race.
Let me tell you about my own kind. Okay, when it comes down to a neighborhood, you put a neighborhood full of Latinos together, that neighborhood's going to shit. They're going to be houses all different colors, trash in the front yard, 20 different cars. It's the same thing with Black people. This is a fact, okay? White people take care of their shit for the most part, okay? For the most part.
I disagree with that.
I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say, from my perspective, full-on Hispanic neighborhoods, I would never move into. They're trashy. They're having loud-ass parties. Garages are a mess. Open all the time. Music. People in the streets. It's crazy. But that's a whole nother conversation. I was just trying to lighten the mood by keeping it real.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. I'm just, it bothers me to see so many people have no problem standing up to defend white people, but you're silent when it comes to checking them when they then start to act like a victim. And no, all Black people do not behave this way. Please go to the South. Go to the South and go to a predominantly Black suburban neighborhood. You won't see drugs. You won't see violence. You'll see teachers, doctors, lawyers going to work every single day and functioning like any other white person does. This inaccurate depiction of blacks, it's going to create reverse racism. You got triggered when I said, hey, let's segregate. And then Scott Adams says, let's segregate. And now everybody's okay with it because it negatively depicted blacks. Come on.
Even that, the neighborhood that Fauci went to me, that didn't look like a bad neighborhood. I don't know. The way when they were driving in, he was looking like he was driving into like a bad neighborhood. But when he was going door to door, that wasn't a bad neighborhood. That's your typical, black suburban neighborhood in the city.
We'll see. All I know is the pendulum has swung, and now we have this side pretending to be BLM. And you can say, well, I don't burn, loot, and murder. You don't have to. You're acting like a whole bitch out here, pretending like there's a group of people after you when they're not. So you know what I've been doing? I've just been posting all the white violence just to see what people say. And all these people come up with the same response. Well, that video was 10 years ago. It's not like that now. Same with the videos Stu Peters sharing from 10 years ago. Multiple videos from 10 years ago to tell white people to arm themselves in efforts to shoot black people. What the fuck is wrong with this nation? What is wrong with this nation? You guys are triggered when white people were going around kissing black toes, but now you're okay with people picking up weapons to shoot you because of a stereotype where they think you might harm them? So then we should treat white men like the pedophiles they are, right? We should start disrespecting white women since they love transitioning their children. You can go so many ways with this. Which way are we going to go with it? Because I'm still waiting. You still got people mad over fake ass Disney characters. Like adults triggered by a character's skin color after Black History Month and running your mouth about Martin Luther King Day for 28 days for Martin Luther King's speech. I'm sorry. All these conservatives shared that speech. But now content of character doesn't matter. I got it. Totally got it.
I choose love. Have good character. Chew with your mouth closed. End of story. I can't. I've said it 100 times, but I can't. These conversations exhaust me. They go nowhere. When it starts to go somewhere, I will be full on engaged to see how it plays out. But it just gets ugly. The back and forth of these conversations, it gets so ugly to me. And we've got so much shit going on. It's like, okay, what are we fighting? What are we doing? I don't know. That's just my opinion. But that's me. You love it. You love to have these conversations. And you and Bryson had a good. It is. No, I agree it is necessary. I just feel like I haven't heard the right one yet.
Yeah.
No, definitely not flower power. We're not flower power, Judy.
What's that?
I'm just flower power is like peace.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I'm not for peace. I mean, I think that violence is necessary sometimes, right? I think violence is sometimes necessary. But I just, I'm about protecting my peace, okay? What y'all do, anybody on here, you do what you can handle, but like I can only handle so much, and I cannot like sit and listen to these conversations over and over and over again, and they go nowhere. And a reason why I say they go nowhere is because of the same conversations I hear all the time. I've yet to hear a conversation that I'm like, oh, that's something new I haven't heard before. It's all the same. And it's not that it's not factual stuff. It's just exhausting to me.
Somebody said pieces for the week.
I know. I was just putting that up there. Yeah, don't get it twisted. We ain't calling for peace.
This was another thing that a lot of conservatives got mad about. Is the fact that there was a black Ariel and she's got dreads and all this other shit. Who fucking cares, bro? It's a character. It came from someone's imagination. She has no race.
Yeah.
She came from nobody's balls. She don't got a real mom or a dad. Her dad is King Triton, which is a Greek mythology. He's loosely based off of Poseidon. You are complaining about mythology. Oh my effing God. So you
Get it together.
Good Lord. You can be mad now, but you don't get to be mad because she's black, right? Because there is no such thing as I don't see race. That's what you people love to say.
Yeah.
I don't see race. Yes, you do. You see it when it's convenient. So Halle Bailey did an interview where she was talking about the backstory of Ariel, how it's going to be age appropriate, and multiple little girls will be able to relate to it. But this is what she said. It was her favorite Disney princess. However, the film was immensely criticized because of the sexism present in the animated film. But the singer promised that her film is suitable for this generation. Key word, that's a buzzword. This generation, as it gives purpose, freedom, and what women want in life. Ariel had nothing to do with depicting this generation. It is a fictional movie. You watch it to be entertained, to see a mermaid fall in love and have a love story and live happily ever after. Where in the plot did Ariel say that she wanted freedom? Like, where? What are you talking about? Purpose of what? Your only purpose as a woman is to procreate, keep your husband's balls empty, fucking make a sandwich, and shut up, bitch. Clean some stuff.
Make a sandwich.
That is your purpose.
Make a sandwich. Make a fish fillet, Ariel.
It's irritating.
Ooh, that sounds good. That
Fish
sounds
fillet.
good. A fish fillet. Mm-hmm.
Here's a quote from Halle. She said, "I'm really excited for my version of the film because we've definitely changed that perspective of just her wanting to leave the ocean for a boy. It is way bigger than that. It is about herself, her purpose, her freedom, her life, what she wants. Doesn't that sound like selfishness to you? Her, me,
Yeah.
me, I.
You know, I mean, to me, it sounds like a typical teenage girl, which can be black or white. If you have a daughter and you've heard this before, like, you don't respect me. I want to go do my own thing. You don't know what's best for me. This is all typical. The fact that we're looking into it this deeply,
it's wild.
But there is wild.
I'm going to read the last part of her quote. As women,
Please.
We are amazing. We are independent. We are modern. These are all fucking buzzwords. So if any conservative lets their child watch this, not because the bitch is black, but because they're telling your little girls that they don't need men, I'm going to question your judgment. I'm going to watch it because I just want to see it. I'm old enough to watch it. This movie is not even for our generation of kids. My kids don't give a flying fuck about Ariel.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't.
They're watching Doc McStuffins and Operation Ouch and Mr. Beast. They don't give a shit. We are modern. We are everything and above. I'm glad that Disney is updating some of those themes. Listen.
Would they have tripped if Ariel left the sea for another girl?
See?
That would have been the end of it.
But it wasn't about her race. The moral of the story is not about her race. It was never about her race. Because whether you want to admit it or not, this storyline would have been the same storyline whether this chick was Chinese, Latina, or white. They would have had the same storyline. But because you people are so mentally inept, and yes, I'm going to say this, your IQ is room temperature. You cannot see past a headline. You can't see past the headline, that not even a headline, a picture where Ariel is black and you're short-circuiting. When that's not even what matters. I'm not racist though. Sure. Like, what are we supposed to think? If my little girls heard that, what are they supposed to think?
Right.
I wonder, does anybody think about that? Do you think about these conversations? Your children are listening to you bitch about a character being black.
I do, but it's such a damaging conversation to have in front of your child, and it would be even more damaging for you to be like, "What do you think about mommy having this conversation?" I don't know. Like, I would be embarrassed to ask my child that.
I asked my daughter because when the whole
your daughter, what did she say? She probably like, I don't care. Is that what she said?
She said the same thing to me again. The first time I asked her, she's like, I don't care what somebody's, what someone's color is. I don't care.
Exactly.
Do you care that this is Ariel? And she's like, oh, that's the new Ariel? No. She don't care. Kids don't care. It's you whacked out, sick and disgusted adults, bro. Y'all are
Yeah.
sick in the head.
Right.
Do you know
Yeah.
somebody was saying, dude, the new Ariel can't even swim. This is what happens when you go woke. Nigga, black people can swim. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What do they mean she can't swim? I don't understand
Because
what they're
there's
saying.
an ongoing stereotype that we don't swim or we don't like getting our hair wet or all these other things. That's not all of
Gotcha.
the black like, we're not a monolith.
So, are you basically assuming Ariel came from the projects
That,
because there ain't no pools in the
that's what
projects?
they're
Is that what
doing
you're
because
saying?
apparently that's where all black people come from. Apparently.
Mhm.
There is no other good neighborhoods outside of the hood. I swear. I just want to take a group of white, stuck up, sedity ass conservatives to where I grew up. And I want to see their faces. I so want to see their faces. And I want them to recognize how their interest is, like how they're received. I wonder if anybody would care. That would be a great skit to put out. Y'all need to go spend some
Yeah,
time in the hood, bro.
we talked about that yesterday. I think a lot of people would be like, "Oh, I do great," and then you get there and you'd be a little scared. You'd be a little scared. You know, you'd be a little scared.
You're gonna clench your pearls and lock your door.
Right. Well, because it's just a whole nother vibe. The way people communicate. We were talking about this yesterday, like our families, right?
Yeah.
That like when my husband first sat down with my family and they were like, in his eyes, they were yelling at each other. I was like, nobody's yelling. He's like, do you guys always fight like this? And I was like, no, we're not. Who's fighting? Nobody's fighting. He's like, you guys were like, there were tears, there was yelling, and I was like, we're just emotional. We're very passionate
So
about
there was
our
tears and
opinion.
yelling. Hey, my husband had the same thing. I won't
Yeah.
lie though. His introduction was a bit traumatic. I have to
Traumatic.
give it to him. It was a bit traumatic. The first person he met was my drunk ass uncle, on the basketball court with us, and he being like, "Hey, nigga, did I tell you could date her?" And he was like, "Pew," ran to the car, right? Locked the door and was like, "Yo, you gonna get your uncle?" And we're just like, "Bro, it doesn't matter if I say anything to him or not. This is just who he is." So I'll give it to him.
Right.
That he had a very dramatic introduction.
Yeah. What is that? Baptism by fire.
God, I was so mad at him.
That's
Once we
funny.
got home, he was like, "Her family's so ghetto." I was like, "We're not ghetto." And then I'm 32 and I'm
Well,
like, "Damn, we kind of were."
probably then, like you looking at it, that's what you knew, right? Like to you, that was
Yeah.
normal. But then now you've had like different experiences and you've had time with his family and you've seen like a different side, a different side of what a family dynamic can be.
For sure.
And you're probably like, dang, we are kind of wild,
You know what else he told me? This is so raw. This is what my husband tells me. He's like, "You have never seen ever in a healthy example of relationship or love. You had no concept of what that was until I met you. And I'm probably the only person who has ever truly loved you." You know how
Wow.
that was just like, what? Like, what do you
Shocking.
mean? And then he was like, "Who have you seen that's married?"
Mm,
I've only seen one example, and that example failed. And that was a hard thing
wow.
for me to take because that was the only concept of like what do you call it? A nuclear family with a father and a mother in the home that I saw that I didn't have
Mhm.
anymore. Every example I have
Mhm.
of a relationship is failed. I had no clue.
Wow.
It was a reality check. I had to humble myself real quick.
And only the ones that love you will tell you those hard truths,
Yeah.
right? Because some people are probably like, dang, your husband said that to you? Like,
Yeah. He told me
a
that.
real one will tell it. A real one will tell you about yourself, people. I told you this. It's the ones that ruffle your feathers are the ones that you keep around.
For sure. Ask your husbands,
Yeah.
ladies. I didn't ask. He just volunteered it. That's just what he does. He just tells me about myself, and I'm always like, damn.
Was that like early on in your marriage or
No,
like
this was literally a couple
further
weeks
in?
ago. We were
a couple weeks ago.
we were talking about what were we talking about? We had been watching a dating show, and we were talking about marriage and how things are supposed to be, what traditional marriages look like, what actual marriages look like, and he was just like, you didn't even have a real concept of what these things were. And I was just like, damn, for real? I had to think about it, and I didn't.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the only man on the planet who can silence Soonie blanks.
For real. People learn the hard way, dude.
Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Kyle.
Really?
For climbing that hill.
It's easy for him to talk to me because I respect him. When he talks, I'm like, okay, let me listen to what you're saying. And because he's around me the most, he gets to see me in my interactions, how I behave. So it's different when somebody on the internet is like, you're doing this. And it's like, actually, no, I'm not. And fuck you. It's easy for me to do that. But it's not easy to do that with people who know you. I don't give you pushback when you tell me about myself. I don't be like, you know what you're talking about. No, it's not. No. I don't say that.
Can I tell a story from yesterday?
What?
Can I tell? Wait, can I tell the story of the text I woke up to
yesterday? Shut up. Fine.
Okay. So I already tell you guys, I wake up and Soonie texts me because she's awake when I'm asleep, right? So I had sent her, and you guys may have seen her post about this, but I had sent her we had discovered together the video of our old castmates from The Truth Will Set You Free. Somebody in the comments had said, hey, have you seen Soonie lately? And they were just like, and we were like, okay, that's a lie, because they know exactly what you're up to, and they know where to find you, right? So Soonie was like, she posted about it because Soonie, she likes to go and immediately poke the bear. So she posts about it, and the old castmate, one of the old castmates of ours, he goes and he starts going back and forth with Soonie in the comments. And Soonie, I'm like laying in bed, I wasn't feeling good, and so I had taken some medicine, and Soonie was like, I need to call you. And she was like, just fired up, and I was just like, okay, well, I'll talk to you for a little bit, but my medicine's about to take effect and then I got to go to sleep. So I fall asleep, mind you, hours and hours now have passed. I wake up and this is the text. So she sends me all these screenshots of everything. And then she's like, bruh, call me. Now he's got his girl commenting. I'm out here fighting all by myself. And then she says, it's crazy how everyone views me as a hindrance or a problem, loose cannon, etc. It never bothered me until today. So just imagine for a second, I'm sitting in my bed and I'm just like, because let me tell y'all for a second. Okay. My first reaction was I wanted to type her immediately and be like, you've got to be kidding me, right? You're confused at how people see you as a loose cannon, a hindrance, or a problem. You're confused about that? Because what I really wanted to say is you love that. You love that controversy, and you purposely do this shit to get that reaction. So what are you talking about? That just now started to bother you. I was like, okay. So then the Lord spoke to me and he was like, you know what, Monique, don't say what you want to say. Just stay quiet, like marinate in it for a little bit and let Soonie just sleep it off. Right. So when I knew she was asleep, I sent her my response. And this is what I said. I said, I don't think people see you as a hindrance or a problem, but in capital letters, you can't be surprised at their reaction, whether it's wrong or right. They react to your posts or your words. They have a right to have an opinion or a feeling just like you do. You like to trigger. That's no secret. But if you enjoy doing it, you have to be able to expect the response. You either have to choose not to care or let it affect you, or choose to just let it be because their response or feelings about it bothers you. That's just what comes with the territory. That's why I pick and choose carefully what I care to respond to. I pick my battles, not because I don't like confrontation, but because I always ask myself, What am I expecting to come from this? Will it be productive? Do I even care what they have to say? Do I want to bring attention to them or even acknowledge their existence? Will it benefit me or cause me frustration? And Soonie writes me back with a heart and she says, bet, you right. I love that story. That's a happy ending. That's a happy ending.
In my defense, this happens to me every month where I'm just a little unhinged
In her feelings.
for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
Does it not happen? Now, there's some times where it's mild, and then there's some times where I'm like a wrecking bomb. I come in like a tornado, like, man, what? I just do it. And that had triggered me. It just triggered me, dude. It just triggered the fuck out of me. Like,
yeah.
And you know why it triggered me. You already know why it triggered me. It was deeper than you just giving that opinion. It was like, you are just like outright lying right now, okay? And I can't even, I can't even go there like I want to. So the next,
like she didn't want to go in hard on him.
I held back. I held back.
Mm-hmm.
Go out of my office, please. No. Cannot believe she came in here dressed like a full-blown Mexican.
What does a full-blown Mexican look like?
She got the nice cute dress, and then the leggings underneath, and then the sneakers. You know how little Mexican kids go to the laundromat because they ain't got no clothes left.
With the right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Mexican, so I'm not taking offense to this shit.
I'm not Mexican. It just broke my heart with this conflict. Your heart should not be broken, Kimberly. It should not be broken. The truth is what the truth is. And a lot of people don't get to see what happens behind the camera. And that's fine because it's actually not anyone's business to know what exactly happened.
And the post was taken down.
I took it down
off of Facebook
because the person was being full-blown psycho and saying things that weren't true. And I was about to gear up to just go full-blown kamikaze. So I was like, you know what? I'm taking this down because if you go any further with me, it's going to blow up into something and you're not going to be able to tame me. Not now, not in person. Because if I really see you in person, it's on site. I don't give a fuck who's around. Me don't care. So no, I took it down.
Yeah.
But I'm human.
And, and my thing on this is, I wasn't part of the show as long as Soonie was, so I don't have the history that she has. And I certainly don't involve myself in other people's history or make it my problem. But, Soonie's my friend and I don't have any anger or anything towards Russo, or any of the guys really. But there were some things, in my opinion, that just could have been handled better on both sides, right? Like, and I think maybe my little short time there was to maybe call out some of those things, because it seemed like when I started to call out some of those things just privately, never on the show, privately with individuals, that there was a lot of conversations that had never happened, right? So a lot of stuff was like bubbling to the surface really quick. And it was nothing like, no huge drama, if that's what you guys are looking for. It's little things that just piled and piled and piled on top of it just not being a good mixture of people.
Exactly.
Like it was just all these different styles that just didn't mix well together. And as you know, I left because of how my guest that I brought on, Drew Breezy, was treated. And I just kind of felt like it wasn't a good fit for me always. It was always like that feeling. But then Soonie left because she resonated with that. And she was just like, I've been done. I'm glad you left. And I think I'm going to take this time to like leave also, because she had her own issues.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to name names, but to those people who I have seen in this chat, on this particular live that we're on right now, and in further ones, and in our comments, and always watching Soonie's lives or whatever, that want to go back and say, this was said, did you see this? Oh my God, they talked about this, to start a problem. And you know who I'm talking to. Okay. Soonie knows who I'm talking to. grow up. Like, it's not fucking worth it. It's stupid internet shit. And if your whole life is surrounded or is involved in creating controversy where there doesn't need to be controversy, because frankly nobody fucking cares. Like, we're both like, we've moved on, we're here now on our platform, we're happy doing this. Like, please stop watching our show. Please stop well, you can't follow me anymore because I blocked you, so now you know who you are. I blocked you, but stay out of our stuff, because for the age that you are, you should be a little bit more mature. I'm sorry to go off on that tangent.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with lightly addressing what happened. It happened publicly. People need to know a bit of a backstory. And this is real. This is a real reaction. This is like, how can I explain it? A lot of this movement is much like high school. The cliques, who's here, who's the it squad, who's the it fact, where you want to be. You want to hang out with these people, and then these people don't like this person here, so you feel the need to choose, and it becomes this big, huge clusterfuck. And you have personalities like mine to where, bro, you could tell me, you could shoot it straight. I'm either gonna resonate with it or I'm not gonna rock with it. But I have never publicly gone after someone who has had a conversation with me and just expressed this is what it was. I've never done that. Even when things didn't work out, I didn't get on the internet and act a fool and expose the different things. I don't do that. That's just not what I do. It was funny. Right. It was promo. It got taken to another level. And I decided to delete it because it was innocent for me. It was legit innocent. It was just like, this will be funny. Let's tag our stuff in it. Because I didn't want to comment in their comment section. I just decided to do my own thing and post it, and it took a life of its own. So I don't have a problem, but it can turn into that. And I've said that. I don't have a problem, but it could turn into one really quick.
Right.
Real quick.
And by all means, feel free to listen to both shows. We don't care who you listen to. Real. I don't care who you listen to.
When people ask me, where did you get your shirt? When everyone asks me, where'd you get that Unvaccinated Live shirt? Even on our show, go support Truth to Set You Free. It's in their store. Go support it. I've never castigated them or I've just never done that. That's just not my personality. I still do it. Primetime Patriots. I wear their merch all the time. When people tell me Primetime Patriots, bro, they have dope shirts. Just keep the same energy. That's all I'm saying. If we're not talking about each other, then don't pull my name up and then expect me not to say anything and then act like a total victim. It's just not how it works.
Right.
You feel me? It's just not how it works.
And me and Russo are cool. Like, I'm cool with Russo. I text with Russo. I've, supported whatever he's doing with his other show.
Have I ever told you not to?
Never.
Have I ever said you need to pick sides?
Nope.
I don't say anything about the people she's friends with. I don't care.
No.
That has nothing to do
with
me.
You don't say it about anybody that I'm friends with that you have, no.
It's not me,
you,
bro.
You may not have a like for.
It's not me.
She doesn't do it. She doesn't do it. I can sit here and be like, Right Wing Angel, did you see his post? And I know exactly Susie's going to be like, no, I didn't see it because I don't follow him. But like, I'll shout out something that was on Angel's page, and I know Soonie doesn't like him, but I'm like, it's still valid. Like, I think it's valid, right? Like, that's just how we operate. That, to me, that's mature. That's called maturity. Like, it's no big secret sauce. It's just called maturity.
I agree.
Yeah.
Give me my credit.
And no,
people give me such
we
a
don't
hard
want
time.
you to guess. We don't want you to guess who I'm talking about because, again, we're mature up in here.
Guess.
If I wanted it to be known, I would have just said it. But again, Mo thinking what is going to come from that of me saying somebody's name, it's not important. Their name is not important. It's their actions, their character, that is important in the moral of the story.
Absolutely.
So,
guys, while we're closing out the show, please go support the merch. We have a lot of new things in. I know people are not comfortable with the political merch. I heard that for all the people who said that. We now have some Christian apparel. There's going to be more things coming out. I'm getting a whole collection together. But I just released 3 for right now. The collection will be live and on the website March 27th. So mark your calendars to go purchase these things. We're going to be putting mugs up. I'm going to be putting some car stickers up, some decals. There's a bunch of different things I'm going to be doing to diversify the store. So I hope you guys like these because me and Mo spent a great amount of time putting these things together. This is actually her idea. I like this shirt.
Yeah, and I like the black one. It comes in red, but I love the black one. It looks dope with the white dove. I think we previewed it on the last show.
We did.
Um,
It's only showing this one.
that one is another favorite one. This is another one that looks dope in black. I like black apparel. Like I'm a very like monochromatic girl, but like this is something we designed, and this says agape on it.
Yeah.
This is a sample, but it's a little crop top, and I love it. Mo loves it. It's a crop top. Okay, it's like a little short situation. Mo loves it, but it's not for everybody. So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. We're still gonna have the agape. I have some joggers that have agape down the leg as well. This is a white shirt with colorful writing on it. But we're gonna go back to the drawing board on what exactly to put it on, because this is more like this is a Mo outfit. Not everybody's gonna rock a crop top and some, some tight joggers.
Check this. After I did your shirt, after we put that together, Printiful released the crop top hoodies. Right after I made it. It's like, she wanted this. So they have
I do, but I like this though. This is dope. Like I like this shirt.
Yeah.
It's a good workout shirt. It's comfortable. But yeah, I do want a hoodie for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out the sweats. I want looser sweats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll be offering these in a bunch of different colors as I'm releasing them. We'll be able to do a heather gray and a navy blue. I have to go with the inventory of the distributor we're using. They only offer a limited amount of colors for these next level t-shirts.
Yeah.
So you can get a navy color and a gray color. And then once I see these doing good, I will upgrade to a different shirt and offer more colors. But I need to see how these go first if people are interested, because listen, it's money. Okay. It's money. It's time.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to waste it. So let's just see how these go.
And we want to give you guys a good quality shirt, which is why, like, I bought this first. I bought this to try it out, to wear it, and we do it with our merch. So, again, the more we sell, the more popular an item is. We can upgrade the shirt quality. We can upgrade the color options that are available.
Yep.
To you. So that's why the support is so important.
I know. I see you in my pictures. I mean, I see you in pictures with my shirts on. Do you know how effing dope it is to walk around? And I see people here with my shirts when I used to work for Primetime Patriots. There are some people that walk around with my shirts here. You know how dope it is to see something you created on someone else's body? Or to see our faces conjoined on a shirt with people walking around.
Yeah.
Like, that's fire. I think it's dope.
That's cool. That's cool.
Sounds good. I like black too. They fade quickly. Yeah. I got you with the heather gray. I'll update the system and we'll put heather gray on there. God, do you hear the jets? The Air Force just does not care that I'm doing a show. They don't care.
They're disrespectful. Damn that national security.
It sounds like someone's cutting the sky.
Hey, you don't have to mute it for us. I love that sound. That's the sound of America right there.
Says somebody who has not lived near a military base in quite.
I have.
When? When is the last time?
I actually lived most of my life in California next to Miramar base, Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're crazy. Even crew chiefs don't enjoy that sound.
Well, Camp Pendleton's a lot of Marines, and I'm more particular towards the Marines.
Of course. All right.
They just listen. My dad was a Marine. They look better in their uniforms. I know. As an Air Force wife, I know what you're gonna say, but there ain't nothing like a Marine. Ooh.
Everyone knows the Marines are the craziest branch in the military. Okay,
Yes,
Everyone
it's
knows.
crazy.
When you go overseas, do you know who they warn you about? The Navy and the Marines. They don't tell you anything about the Air Force because we don't participate in debauchery like that.
Because you guys are smart. See, the Air Force, they're bookworms. You see what I'm saying? In order to get into the Air Force, you have to be really smart. So, like, they're bookworms, they're nerdy people in general. Like, they're not going to be like the problem, the people that cause the problems. The Marines, though, honey, baby, listen.
Disrespect.
Okay. Woo! Ah, the Marines.
I feel like pulling my husband up a photo of him in his blues, in his APUs. Should I do that?
No, because you don't want to show your husband. Wait, you guys. So hold on, I gotta show you. Wait, focus. So this is Marcus Brown. This is what I've named him. No, I did not get a new dog. I found this little guy on my doorstep this morning, and he needs a home. So you live in Dallas. He either needs to find, hold on. He's feeling M-Benz right now. I may have to keep this dog just for the sole purpose that he participates in this with me. Okay, so this is Marcus Brown. Downtown Marcus Brown. Oop, it's okay, baby. And he's lost. I need to find his owner. Okay, he likes to dress up. He likes to wear wigs.
Only Mo,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Before we go, let's run a few commercials. Downtown
Wait,
Marcus
he's
Brown.
also a patriot. He's a patriot.
He's a patriot. Are you sure? Does he criticize Trump? Because if he criticizes Trump, he can't be a patriot.
Listen, hold on.
When you cocked it to the side, you already know what's up. I love it.
I already know.
Oh, you about to put the stutters on? You got the aviators.
Hey.
Look at that dog. Bro, that dog is just chilling.
Downtown Marcus Brown. We need to find his home. We need to find his owner. You need to keep Marcus Brown. I know. I want to, but I can't, you guys. I can't have another dog, but he's so sweet. He's a sweetheart.
Someone said, did you get him scanned?
I'm going to take him tomorrow. He literally showed up at my doorstep this morning. So I haven't yet gone to the animal shelter, but I will.
Weren't you just trying to find out if someone would contact you to say that was their dog?
Yeah, so I posted him like on Nextdoor. I posted him on Instagram, like on the Irving PD and the Irving Animal Shelter. And then I also filled out the form on the animal shelter.
And nobody said anything?
Dog. Not yet. And I'm like, dude, how can, and he's, you know, he smells really good. Like he seems like a really well-kept dog.
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe that somebody's not missing him. And maybe they just haven't thought to like look for him in those places. I don't know.
That's
but
weird.
I'm hoping to have.
I would be freaking out if I lost my cats, let alone my dog.
I know. And look at him. He's such a lover.
He is cute.
He black.
He black.
He black.
All right, guys, check out some of our commercials.
Guys, what's up? It's Mo from Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo. You want to master the art of the drip with TITM merch? We've got you covered. Just visit titmmerch.myshopify.com.
If you sign up on our website subscription list, you will get 10% off of your second purchase. You can also receive exclusive interviews, exclusive emails for when we release new merch, such as Grace and Mercy. That is going to be a new line release. The stickers, the decals, the cups, all that will come via email if you sign up in our subscription list. And it helps us have access to you more, so you get a more outside of mainstream media, just a more independent perspective. I don't feel like we have that out here. Everybody's trying to placate to either side. Y'all scary.
I agree.
Y'all scary.
Y'all scurry.
Dang.
Y'all scurry.
Before we go, actually, while we're leaving, I want to play this video This is Democrats contradicting themselves probably 20 something years later, because I had to be at least 4 or 5, maybe 2 or 3 when these videos came out. I feel like such a young person. Like when I think about these videos, I'm like, dang, I was 2 when that dropped. I was 4. Eh. You know, I was 8 years old when B2K came out. It's crazy.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
Okay, so I'm 45. You know, I just learned that I'm 45. I thought the whole time I was 43. Does that happen to anybody once you get past? No, for real. Like I literally just learned.
How did you just learn that you were 45?
I think I was just like stuck at an age that I was comfortable with.
Have you been turning 43 for about 3 years now?
Like I've been perpetually like it's my 43rd birthday. I'm 45.
You sound like my mom. She's like, how old am I this year?
Yeah. It happens.
It happens.
Y'all ladies of a particular age in the chat, you feel me.
Okay.
You just stop giving. Yeah.
So what I have to look forward to is not remembering how old I am and just not caring after a while.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to us this Thursday. Come back next week to get more content like this. We're also going to start airing Jerome, the Radical Republicans. If you haven't watched or subscribed, go subscribe to Liddell. Go subscribe to our Truth in the Marketplace YouTube and Rumble. We don't have a Facebook or any of that. But YouTube and Rumble is where you can catch all these shows. Julius does his street interviews, which are hilarious. So make sure you tune in for all that and subscribe to our YouTube and Rumble page. Somebody said, yep, I had to ask my pharmacist how old I was. Wow.
See? Kimberly, she knows. I'm telling you. It happens.
Wow. You'll be the big 39? I feel like that is going to creep up on me before I even know it, because I'm already about to be 33 this year.
The older you get, the better, except for the fact that your tits sag the more and more the older you get. You know what I mean? Your tits get saggy.
I will get a surgery before that ever happens. Not like adding extra, but to like lift them.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about that because, you know, with the weight loss I had, I was like, I should probably. And I'm just like, what's the point?
I can't imagine, dude.
Who's going to see?
I cover my stuff pretty well. I'm not a person who just like lays it out for people to come motorboat. But I can't imagine these sagging. That would be very hard on my back. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I used to have like double D's, like a 48 double D. They were probably bigger than that. I was probably wearing the wrong size. But now I'm like a 34 or 36C.
We were the same. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
See, nah, I'm gonna have to have a surgery.
But to go from being that big to go to being what I am now.
Oh, it feels probably light to you. It's not as heavy.
It feels light, but I'm saying like the boobs are like, they're not. Let's just say this.
They're not.
Let's just say this. There's a certain position you have to lay when you get to a particular age. For everything to just slide back so you don't even get a facelift. Like your neck. Because imagine if you're like bent over. Okay, imagine you're bent over, like, or you're like, you know, you're on top, and then everything's just like the neck is like this, right? The stomach, the boobs, everything. You want everything to slide back. So at that, past a certain age, you're like, I gotta lay on my back all the time.
Well, black don't crack, so I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Angela Bassett looks very good. I don't see anything sagging on her yet, so I think I might be in the clear. I still get carded. People don't even think I'm 32.
I do. I still get carded too.
I feel like it's disrespectful.
Oh, I like it. I'm like, card me, honey. I'm ready.
Are you taking your brothers and your sisters to get snacks? And I was like, these are my children. What are you talking about?
I'm ready. I'm ready for
You're
it.
crazy.
Card me.
You're crazy. Guys, enjoy this outro because you're going to clip it at the end. It's a bunch of Democrats making a fool of themselves.
Bye, guys. Peace.
I believe that marriage is not just a bond, but a sacred bond between a man and a woman. So I take umbrage at anyone who might suggest that those of us who worry about amending the Constitution are less committed to the sanctity of marriage or to the fundamental bedrock principle that it exists between a man and a woman going back into the mists of history as one of the foundational institutions of history and humanity and civilization.
You've said that your religious faith dictates that marriage should be between a man and a woman. Would you elaborate on that?
Well, what I believe is that marriage is between a man and a woman.
Why? What in your religious faith calls you to be against gay marriage?
Well, what I believe in my faith is that a man and a woman, when they get married, are performing something before God, and it's not simply the two persons who are meeting.
That being the case, Mr. Obama, that being the case, if something is not a choice, if something is innate, then why isn't it a civil right? And why isn't your support of civil unions as opposed to marriage, does that amount to separate but equal?
No, I think there are a whole host of things that are civil rights, and then there are other things, such as traditional marriage, that I think express a community's concern and regard for a particular institution.
So marriage is not a civil right as far as you're concerned?
I don't think marriage...
You know, think about this. The world's going to Hades in a handbasket. We are desperately concerned about the circumstance relating to avian flu. We don't have enough vaccines. We don't have enough police officers. And we're going to debate the next 3 weeks, I'm told, gay marriage, a flag amendment, and God only knows what else. I can't believe the American people can't see through this. We already have a law, the Defense of Marriage Act, where we've all voted, not where I voted and others said, look, marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that. Nobody's violated that law. There's been no challenge to that law.